Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
Guest starring Brian McIntyre.
What's going on, Mac?
Mac, how you doing, buddy?
Welcome back, man.
It's good to be back, and for a great topic.
Yeah, well, this is good. We're going to do the mini first, right? Yeah, we're going to do the mini.
Yeah, so you want to make an announcement about
well,
what's going on
I was going to say, I guess
first?
like everybody noticed that Brian, our producer, is not here today, so
Well, he doesn't watch anything anyway. So.
we won't get any updates on Korean dramas or anything like that, but he had to take a personal day, and it might turn into a personal lifetime. We'll find out what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
This is the first time we've
We're
recorded
recording
without
on our
him,
own without
so-
Brian. Actually, it's Andy doing it, so
all I did was push a little red button. That's all I did.
we miss you, Brian. But all right, we're going to get started on this mini here. So, Mac, you want to kick us off with anything you've been watching, or have you gone anywhere or done anything recently?
Nothing.
What'd you do last night, man?
God, I leaned him into that one.
You didn't do
almost,
anything
you know what I
fun
mean?
last night?
I can't remember because I think I had too many shots of bourbon. One too many. But yeah, we went to go see Fear
Nice.
last night.
That was a good show. It was the three of us. That was
At
the
the TLA in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's
Old school punk.
Yeah, Brian and I were kind of like doing a little pregame discussion about that night, and we decided that three of the four bands were really fun, and that second band, Morning
We can't figure them out, right?
Morning Noise.
Morning
Yeah.
Noise, yeah.
We just like I kind of like them, I don't like them, and then
They're kind of popish.
It's about. I think it's more attitude for some reason. Like the singer looks like he would be a dick, but then I see him being like really nice to the other bands and everything.
To the
and I'm like,
geriatric
he's like, it's
members
it's
of
like-
the band,
No, not even
right?
in his own band. In the other bands,
Oh.
he was talking to like members of the other bands, and I was like, he seems like a really nice guy. Why do I hate him?
But it was funny how he looks like he would be perfect in like Cinderella or
Ooh, a Slaughter.
Poison or someone
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
he looked
or
like
Wolf Mother.
Yeah,
Wolf
he looks like
Mother,
he'd
yeah.
fit in that late '80s hair metal.
he could fit,
Yeah.
and all the other guys were just wearing black. They looked like punk rockers, and he was not. And I guess they weren't a punk rock band, but Fear, man, they put on a good show. How long were they on stage for?
I didn't look at when they went on, but they played a little over an hour.
Did they
I
play
think,
over an hour? It just didn't feel like it, even though they did 20 songs or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't even know how many songs it was. It felt like
They're half
20.
a minute long.
Yeah,
Right? So.
yeah. But they were good.
It's just great, and this is their Fear Well tour.
Fear
Farewell
right?
tour
Fear
because he's been told that he's not supposed to be singing anymore. This was like he was doing his last shows. Yeah.
Oh, what the doctor told him this is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Like, what's the singing doing to him, or just the
I don't know. I
like,
think it's
is
just
it-
everything all together.
yeah. He looked old. I mean, was he 73?
73.
He he was not moving around like a young man up on stage, and it's funny when you're a 73-year-old and the rest of your band's half your age or a third of your age.
Yeah.
It was telling that those other guys, you could tell that they were.
But you could tell he had
Younger
good
guys.
guys in his band.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
They were like, they were there supporting, helping him, and if he needed it,
And
like, with
likewise,
lyrics
too.
and everything. You know,
he
yeah.
seemed to like the support from them as well too. So
Yeah.
And that
they fit
the
together well.
the second band, Negative Approach, man.
They were the third band actually.
Well, I mean, second to the lead,
Yeah.
I guess. They were the before the headliner.
The penultimate?
went on. Penultimate band. Thank you.
They were the big surprise for me.
yeah,
I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, I had obviously seen him a couple times, and I had always enjoyed him, but I didn't think he were going to still sound this good.
Yeah,
they were great.
Their drummer was amazing. Like,
He was
I was
really good.
Watching
He was.
him, I
Their
was like, this
guitar
dude-
player was awesome, just like back to the crowd and just
Yeah,
jam. He
that
just
whole
wailed
punk
the
rock
whole way,
attitude,
man.
you know, where
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you my
Look,
back.
I still have my stupid. I just realized
Oh,
I
yeah.
still have my stupid wristbands. I didn't even realize it until right now. And who was the opener? Oh, Voice of Doom.
Voice of
they
Doom
were
was
fun.
decent. Yeah, they
Yeah.
had Steve Zahn on the vocals.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his mic wasn't up, but their band, like the music sounded good. I
Most
like
of
the
these
music.
times, his first bands like that, you can never hear them because they rush to set up and they're hurrying and they don't have enough time to get it.
I was
right.
saying to
And
Mac
then-
before, I was like nervous when they came on. I was like, oh man, is everybody gonna sound like this? But I guess the openers just
Yeah.
they're not even trying to hook them up right.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
like,
some of those
"Ah."
places they'll share the same soundboard.
Yeah.
You know, but in this case, it's a good thing that they didn't.
Yeah,
It was funny because when
everybody had their own drums.
when
Yeah.
Voice of Doom came on, and I made a joke to you, I think after Morning Noise came on. Voice of Doom, they had all the wires. Everything was plugged in, like bass and guitar, chords.
yeah, because
And
that Morning Noise
and
was
then Morning
on-
Noise came in,
yeah.
they were all wireless, but everybody else had wires.
Yeah.
Everybody else except Morning Noise had wires. I guess that's a punk thing.
Old
Just,
school too. They were
Yeah.
all 70 years old. So.
I would play with the wires. That would be me, just because it would be a pain in the ass getting battery packs and stuff like that.
Yeah, relying on that kind of technology.
You're kind of like frozen in place, though. You can't be running around. I mean, there was no stage to run around.
I'm not going to be running around anyway.
Yeah.
But the TLA that's a good place to see a show. I would definitely go back there again. I like that place.
Yeah, pay for the
Me too.
upgrade for the mezzanine seats.
Mezzanine
The VIP.
seats were great. Yeah.
That was nice.
You get to watch the the fights in the mosh pit. How about that one girl? Did you guys see that?
I caught the tail end of it.
Yeah,
you,
I saw
you
the end of
mentioned
it.
it, and I caught the tail end of it. Yeah,
she really duped him a couple times right in the face, and he was just so surprised.
you know what? He's probably being rough with her too, because they were down there. He
Probably.
probably threw something at her, like maybe banged into her, or
Yeah, that's what
punched
I
her or
think,
something
too.
like that.
Yeah.
And
she
he's
turned
telling
around.
all his boys today, he's like, you should have seen the size of the guy that did this to me, man.
Meanwhile, it was that girl that was 4'11" down there.
Yeah, but she could throw, man. She's
I watched one show this week. Well, no, that's not true. I watched a couple shows this week, but I think you might be talking about one of them. So I'm going to talk about
Which show is it that I might be talking about?
the one that was the new one on Amazon. No?
I didn't start it yet.
Oh, you didn't start it yet? Oh, I can bring that one
Yeah,
up
go
too.
ahead.
I watched the Continental on Peacock. I don't know, Mac, if you're like a John Wick fan.
yeah, I kind of like John Wick, but so if it's in that,
So this is a prequel to the John Wick series. It takes place in the 70s, and it's about the hotel that no one's allowed to kill in that hotel and stuff like that. It's good. It's super violent. Mel Gibson's the bad guy. It's funny seeing Mel Gibson
shit.
in something. I was like, oh, look at who the bad guy is.
He
but it was
actually is the bad guy too, right? According to people, right?
good. According to, but it was like, I think it's 3 episodes, and they're all like super long episodes. I think they're all like an hour and a half. So I've only seen the first one.
I heard it was like 3 or 4 movie length.
Yeah, it was the first one was good. I mean, I'll watch the rest of it, but if you like John Wick and it's free, it's just
Yeah,
on
I haven't seen John
and Mel
Wick, so-
Gibson,
And Mel
supposed to,
Gibson,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that might make it worth it.
Yeah, that was good. And so the other thing I saw was Gen V. You didn't start that yet?
I didn't start it yet. How many episodes are out there?
3. Well, I think the 4th one dropped last night. We didn't watch that yet, but 3. Do you watch The Boys on Amazon?
I only caught a couple of episodes.
Oh, that's so good.
You know,
It's
the
really
famous one of the little guy who, blows up in somebody.
Yep, that was great. There was this one's about
episode.
this one's about it's really like a school for supers, and so you're following this one girl specifically who
Pacifically, you mean?
you're following this one girl who's she can control her blood, like if she's bleeding, she can like flick the blood and throw it like like for knives and stuff like that. So of course it starts the whole show starts off with her getting her period and finding out that she has these powers to deadly effects, like as blood's flowing out of her and she's just spiking the air.
That's
with
one
her
thing
blood.
that Boys is good for, are usually at least a wild kill each episode, and then an insane kill each season.
Well,
at
there
least
are
one a season.
so this is 3 episodes in, and so you're following this girl specifically. Like she's going to this college, and of course she's got a roommate and friends and the bad guys at school, and Clancy Brown is like the dean or whatever, and it's super violent. Patrick Schwarzenegger is like the
Oh shit, he's in it?
yeah, he's like the gold. I think his name's Golden Child or something like that. He's like the one that everybody wants to be. Like they have rankings. All the kids are worried about their rankings as far as.
I like the other Schwarzenegger kid that looks more like him, the one that he had with the maid.
With the
that
maid.
one looks just like Arnold.
Well, this kid, it's amazing how much this kid looks like Arnold, but a better looking version of Arnold. He's a slimmer version. He doesn't have Arnold's big giant head and gap in his teeth, and he also speaks like flawless American English. So it's but he's like I think his name's Golden Child, but he's like the Superman. Everybody wants to be like
so he's
him,
got more Kennedy in him than
Yeah, so that's the Kennedy Schwarzenegger.
I guess it is, yeah. So,
Shrug.
but yeah, Gen V, it's fun. It's super violent. There's 2 scenes in it. I don't even want to bring it up here
I
because
can't wait, because that's
it's so
that's what I was just talking about. It's going to be
there are
ridiculous.
2 scenes so far in these 3 episodes where, like, as it's happening, I was like, "Come on, what is going on here?" But it was ridiculous and fun, so it was a good time.
I watched one that you talked about recently, the Meg 2, the Trench.
I told you not to watch it.
It's okay. I mean, obviously you want more from the shark and stuff like that, but if you like Meg, the first one, that's a better movie, obviously, but most of the time the first one's better in these kind of movies anyway. I'm sure Meg 3, Meg 4, Meg 5 will be each a little less.
Did you watch the first Meg at all? The Statham,
Shark.
It's like a giant shark movie.
No. Okay, wrong. I was thinking of Megan.
Megan. Yeah. Okay. No. Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. That's a
different kind of movie. This is like a big giant shark.
But let's skip over that because you had talked about that. But I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey. Okay, that's the.
That's not for your kids out there. This is your adult Winnie the Pooh with slashers. Yeah, it's more like a Halloween, Friday the 13th, Winnie the Pooh kind of.
Now, is it people in costumes or is it like actual?
Christopher Robin is in it.
Okay,
he comes back. And no, it's people wearing costumes for the role in the movie.
But they're supposed to be he's supposed to be a bear. He's not supposed to be a person wearing a Winnie the Pooh.
It's supposed to be some sort of distorted, like half bear, half man, half thing, like half pig, because Piglet's in it as well.
Half man, half bear, half pig.
Piglet and
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig.
Eeyore, so they're But I mean, it's bad. Obviously, I mean, I'm not telling you to watch this movie, but it's worth watching. I don't want to spoil it for you because I think it's fun for you to go into it.
I do want to watch it.
I don't want to, but it's only like 80 minutes, 85 minutes. Just get in there. Obviously, Winnie the Pooh. Everybody knows the story. This is complete opposite. Obviously, I mean.
And the reason they were able to do this is because Winnie the Pooh fell into public domain.
Public domain,
and they were just able to do this. We were kind of discussing that a little bit in the car yesterday. Like, eventually, like Mickey Mouse is going to fall into public domain, and there will definitely
be violated.
There
the
will
whole
definitely
trademark.
be pornos with Mickey Mouse. I'm sure there are already, but they'll be like, people will be rolling those out and advertising them, and it'll be awesome.
I wonder if that's what happened with the banana splits, as I was mentioning the other day, is they were actually animatrons. Because it
wasn't the banana splits. It was a different type. It was like more like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes,
it was the characters from Chuck E. Cheese. I seen it. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but I thought it was the banana splits group in there. They were going to see them.
That's one. They want to make one with that. That hasn't been done yet.
But they were probably trying to get as close as possible without violating any copyrights or something like that.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, you can parody
it's like a Chuck
stuff.
E. Cheese like band. And it comes to life and it does the killing and shit.
Yeah. And it was fun, but it sounds like it's in that vein.
Yeah,
cool. I don't have anything else. I don't think I'm trying to like scour my mind. I watched Beverly Hills Cop yesterday or Thursday night for some reason. It was just on, and I watched it, and then I thought to myself, we're probably going to do a podcast on this in a year. So I won't bring up what I think about Beverly Hills Cop because it was just strange that it was on, and I stopped and.
Well, we can make this a mini. So
it's like this is a weird week because well,
I'll bring up one more thing. The finale, season 3 of Only Murders in the Building was this past week.
Yeah, I watched that.
Really good. If you're not watching that show, I recommend that.
It was the Banana Splits movie.
The Banana Splits movie. Was that actually?
It wasn't really a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was.
There is a Chuck E. Cheese one out there. Yeah.
But this is almost similar to it. They were animatrons, just like that too.
And they were killing people instead.
They were programmed to kill the families that came.
There's a Nicolas Cage one too. There's a Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, that's got to be good.
It comes to life where things come to life like that too. Yeah. But there's a Nicolas Cage movie for every scenario.
That is true. There's a Nicolas Cage where he plays Nicolas Cage. I liked Only Murders in the Building season 3. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and it's coming back for season 4.
And obviously having Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep, and it made it.
Excellent. Yeah. If you're not watching that, I recommend it. First season, I waited. I didn't watch it until the second season had just ended.
Okay.
So I got to watch the first 2 seasons, and then now it's like waiting per season, and now waiting with the writer's strike that just happened, waiting a little longer for the next season, obviously.
So the writer's strike ended, but the actor's strike's still going on.
Correct, but I think they're trying.
So at least they're trying to write stuff.
I think they're trying to end that one soon. I think they have. I think they're meeting soon or something.
I don't know how any of this stuff works.
I haven't seen any difference.
Well, I guess like right now we won't. We'll see it in like 6 months when
because right now there's still stuff that's been
that's been written. And
they're putting stuff out that
produced.
In 6 months they'll be like, well, we had a lag of 6 months there. I did kind of notice that. There's a lot more commercials for game shows. Like I saw David Spade's got a game show. They've been doing Jeopardy on prime time, like Celebrity Jeopardy prime time. I mean, I'm a Jeopardy guy, so I've just watched that because it's on. And then there was another game show. Oh, well, I guess Family Feud was now on primetime.
Well, they do Celebrity. It's Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Celebrity.
I just feel this is all
Jeopardy,
because of the
Celebrity
strike.
Price is Right. I've seen they do Price is Right at night.
So those are shows that they can get around the strike just because
they're
really
different unions.
acting and writing, I guess.
Game shows have different writer unions.
That's weird.
And,
that whole thing is weird.
Yeah, so
Who knew? Writers having unions just seems like an odd thing.
Yeah.
You write because
Right,
you
yeah.
want to write.
But I know
guess
that
you get paid.
Netflix prices are going up again because of the recent writer's strike and because of the deal that they made. So,
Fuck Netflix.
on that
man.
note, I say tune in to the Exciting and New podcast because that's where you can find our podcast. Download, rate, subscribe, review, do all those fun things. It's hard to do without the music. It's
you
very
should-
difficult
bum,
without the
bum,
music.
bum,
Yeah,
bum, bum,
but
bum, bum. I'll do that
it'll
for
come
you.
to us, guys. I apologize for this one being so crappy. But the Exciting and New podcast on all our socials. The Jazoo over there on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter. This has been the Exciting and New mini podcast. I'm Jason.
AE Gonzo1 on Twitter, AE Gonzo1970 on Instagram. I'm Andy. Papa Bad Kitty's not here, but I'll just put it out there for him for all his followers.
And he's Brian. There.
Oh, yeah, and he's Brian.
Forgot that
And
fucking-
I'm Mac, right? That's right.
And he's
Brian.
Mac. And he's Mac everywhere.